Howdy Libra, how are you doing today, darling? Let's get into your final weekly tarot reading for June 2023, Libra, and see what's going on in your life. Now, when it comes to my tarot readings, please understand, Libra, that I understand that everyone cares about relationships and not everyone wants to hear about their career and the going on of their everyday life. So I like to cover all the bases, Libra. So I will cover these messages for how you would translate it for your social life, whether it's romantic, platonic, so on and so forth. And then obviously the same for the other side that I talked about. So let's just get right into your tarot reading today, Libra. And of course, if you do enjoy this tarot reading, just the best way to support me is just giving this video a like and subscribe. All right. And then, so yeah, let's jump right into this here. So your first row here, Libra, we have here, girl, are you gonna focus? Yeah, there we go, Libra. We have the Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, as well as the Lover's energy. And so July is going to be a very important month for you. And notice I said July, Libra. I understand this is your final week for June, but this is going to be the week going into July as well. All right. And I feel as if it's important for you to right now to set this final week of June, Libra, of the tone of like making the decision of like what you want to be putting your energy into. So for example, do you want to put more energy into having certain relationships develop in your life? Perhaps you're trying to just have more people of your soul tribe, maybe making some new friends, romance, whatever the case. Or if you want to have your career to be more of the focus in the coming days and having that develop, or a certain project of yours, right? Maybe a living situation. Whatever the case is, your spiritual team is trying to essentially tell you, Libra, where it's just like, hey, you know, there's only so much that we can do at one point in time right now. Let's facilitate, like, let's put all of our energy, Libra, into one specific thing, and we can have a lot of like quick success or have a lot of developments in that regard. I do feel like when it comes to your social life, with this Eight of Wands, this is a sense of where if you do make the choice in having relationships develop in that way, I get long distance, all right? And so the sense of maybe perhaps you're going to be making some new friendships or just relationships in general, Libra, in different communities, maybe online in some capacity here. Whatever the case is, I see that with the Eight of Wands here. It's like you're making long-term connections, Libra, in association with people who are not like your next door neighbor. All right. And so my introverts out there, even if you do want social, if you want to have a social life, but you don't want to go outside because you don't like your hometown or something like that, darling, this is a pretty positive time for you. Now, also another important factor here, Libra, is understanding that whatever choice you end up making, the reason why your spiritual team is trying to put such a focus on just like one specific thing, Libra, is because that it's, you know, with the Adam and Eve, right? That's why the Lovers is depicted as that. The Lovers is actually the most complex card in the tarot deck, Libra. Not a lot of people talk about it. They just take it at the face value, where they're just like, oh, lovers must be love, right? No shade, but shade. But the reason with the Adam and Eve, right, when you take the bite of the apple, all hell broke loose, right? All the, you know, the Bible became the Bible, honey, right? And so it's signifying the sense for you, Libra, of like whatever you decide to like put all of your energy into in the coming days, that's where you're going to be having major developments coming in. All right. The Eight of Wands on its own can represent quick success here as well. All right. And so it seems to be like y'all's summer, Libra, is going to be very, very fabulous here. But once again, you do need to commit to one specific choice. This is not me saying, Libra, if you choose to focus on your career right now, that you won't possibly get into like a future relationship in your future at some point in time. I'm just saying right now, when it comes to current developments for you, it's more important for you to focus on one thing, and then you can take care of the business later on. All right. But your spiritual team is essentially sitting here just like, hey, darling, like we can make some stuff happen. We can make some major things happen. We can do some major moves for you in your life. But you got to make a choice on one specific thing right now, even if you want the whole world, right? Even if you're talking about like a specific project or something, I think it's really important to be very specific, Libra, in regards to like what you want to actually have develop. All right. In your second row, Libra, we have the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Wands, as well as the Nine of Swords. I like this for you because this is showcasing to me, Libra, of where you guys are overcoming some type of personal issue in your life with this Nine of Swords. I don't like the Nine of Swords usually because it's like the card of sleepless nights, Libra. It's the card of anxiety. It's the card, it just isn't a good feeling. And I feel like that's been like the biggest thing that you, I don't want to say struggling with, Libra, but we might be just splitting hairs here. But it is like the biggest hurdle that you've been needing to overcome is like something just going on internally for you, whether it's a mental issue, what have you. I do feel as if for you, Libra, in the coming days, I don't see this happening overnight for you, but due to like what we were just talking about, Libra, about how your spiritual team is going to make certain things happen, it's going to relieve a lot of just internal stress for you. All right, you have the Ace of Wands, which is following in your passion, but also people are going to be finding you desirable, Libra, going into July. All right, and so I feel like this is going to help bring some life in you, spark some life in you as well. It's going to inspire you, Libra, because even if this is like a sense of career for you, Libra, this is a sense of where people are giving you credit. This is a card of where it's just you are admired, Libra, for how you put yourself out there. So even if this has nothing to do with like a relationship type of thing, and people are just more so honoring you and being in awe about your passions, about how career driven you are, like this, to me, it's like being recognized, Libra. It's like real sees real for you. That's like the main thing I get. And it's almost like through this acknowledgement, and this acknowledgement can come in the sense of folks, or is this acknowledgement just comes in the sense of success that we were talking about with this Eight of Wands for you here. I get this sense of where you're actually going, girl, not choosing to focus on my rubber duck. I get this sense for you, Libra, of where you get excited for life again because you're finally going to start feeling seen once again. Feeling seen is like the main component here that I'm noticing for y'all's reading here. So I'm really excited about this. The only notes I can be having for you right now, Libra, especially with that Queen of Wands there, this is a time of where I want to be challenging your internal monologue currently, because I feel like some of you might be a little bit critical on yourself, Libra, at this time of where you have this desire of going out and dancing, for example, but then you're just like, oh, no, I need to lose 10 more pounds, or I need to take care of X, Y, and Z, right? The only thing I'm a little bit worried for you right now, Libra, is just you guys overcoming your internal monologue and just doing something just because, rather than applying like a potential negative filter to it. I don't think you're a negative person, obviously, Libra. I'm a Libra sun as well, so but it is the sense of where just be kinder to yourself at this time, and I think that'll help make the decision for you. If you are let's pull one card here before I say too much more here. Yeah, Ten of Swords here, Libra. To me, this is a sense of where you guys need to come up for air, or it's like the reason why some of you guys are just having like a potential cynical view of yourself here is just due to the trauma that you were dealing with. Maybe you've been asking yourself the question where it's like, why am I not ever being recognized for my work? Why are people not ever acknowledging my beauty, my grace, my skill, whatever the case here is? This might come off as like a little bit of a victim mindset, and I don't intend it to be, Libra, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you're just acknowledging everything that you've been having to deal with. And so I feel like there's like this frustration where it's just like, where am I going wrong that I consistently end up being hurt? This is like the message that I could kind of summarize this energy as. And yeah, I feel like that's why your spiritual team is really trying to just make something happen, because they're really trying to reignite you again. They're trying to make you excited for life. All right. And then in your third row, Libra, we have the Sun card, the best card in the tarot deck, the Ten of Cups, and then the Hermit energy as well, Libra. All right. And so if you guys do make the decision, Libra, into focusing in on your career, the Sun card is the best card in the tarot deck in general. And then that Ten of Cups is a lot of fulfillment. I do feel like for you, Libra, if you choose to work on just your career in specific, that's going to be insanely successful for you. The Ten of Cups capitalizes off of this sense of where it's like, yeah, you have several cups filled, but it's the sense of where your financial situation is fulfilled. Your fulfillment of what it is that you're doing. You're actually being rewarded and acknowledged for your hard work here, right? And the Sun card is blessing that there. I will be saying for you, Libra, if you do choose to lean more so towards the physical desires in the coming days, I think it's, again, just really important to just keep yourself busy, keep yourself in this hermit mode. And even if you are having like days where you're feeling really good, and you're just like, you know what, I think I want to spend more time socializing. Obviously, you can do what you want, Libra. I'm not here to judge you and how to live your life, darling. But I just, yeah, just take as much advantage of as you can with the energy when the getting is good, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. And don't really lose sight of what it is you're trying to accomplish. You could have your days off, obviously, Libra, but I do think it's really important for you to just commit to one path and don't steer away from it if you're wanting to have the best results possible. All right. When it comes to your social life here, again, I feel like those who just make the decision for more so catering to your social life, you're just more so attracting some solid folks. While they may not be your next door neighbor and they're a little bit of a distance there, there's still really solid connection. So you can't really make a wrong choice either way here, Libra. I think it's just important for you to just make a choice in general. All right. And then, yeah, you have the first quarter moon in Gemini, clearing your mind here. I think that's where, yeah, really just, I want you to just be prepared. All right. Prepare yourself for success. Treat yourself as if next month for you is going to be an insanely successful month, because it is for you, Libra. All right. And so maybe this is the time for you to start cleaning up your house, organizing things, you know, taking care of your to-do list, because once you're in July, excuse me, I chugged a bunch of water before this here. Once July gets started, once the car gets running, it's not going to stop. All right. So again, you just want to make the most use out of it as possible, Libra. All right. So this is weekly tarot reading that I have for you, darling. Hopefully something in here resonated, Libra, and I'll talk to you sometime in the near future. Bye, darling.